I'm trying to provide the best possible experience for a young player. The opportunity that we saw was make smaller events that look like real lacrosse.
We don't really go outside of 20 teams per event, and they're isolated by their own age group. We can take out all the hustle and bustle of a big jamboree event.
Just little things like parking.
There's stands at each field. We have assigned tent villages. We have warm-up areas.
The most frustrating thing for me is when you go to a venue and you have 10 quality fields and inevitably you have 10 poor fields. Because we have smaller number of teams there, we can get venues that have all quality playing surfaces. And then the long days at some of the bigger events. You're there for 10 hours to play 3 games.
We make sure a team is in and out in a very reasonable amount of time. So Millon Events fills the need for a lot of elite level programs.
We can really vet the quality of the teams.
And I have the ability to really help out individual teams in certain ways. A lot of tournaments simply can't accommodate you.
We care a lot, we're passionate, and we're small and lean and mean.
We have the ability to make some changes that allow us to cater to each and every team. We want you to come to our event, dialed in, and perform your best, because part of our event is having the best teams in the country.
So another thing that we're able to really control is weather disturbances. Nothing worse than going to an event, you have a 2-hour delay in thunderstorms, and because there's 100 teams, you come back and the tournament director says, now we're going to play 9-minute running time halves. We either have all turf or we have turf and then real quality.
We have some flexibility to move things around. The most we've ever had to do is shuffle some games around. We never even lost a minute of gameplay. One of the most important things to us is that our players stay safe. We allow ejections at the discretion of the officials for high unnecessary hits.
And we allow our officials to put in 2 and 3 minute penalties for egregious slashing. And the coaches have been very understanding and great with it.
We mandate that our officials are well aware of not just the rules in lacrosse, but the rules specific to Millon events.
And we send them to the officials that we know are going to be working the event, and then have conference calls to go over specific rules.
And really vet our officials. I know people talk about safety all the time, but we've done something where we've actually put it into motion and given it a way to change the game a little bit.
One of the things that we really take pride in is our game formats.
What we've done is we've added quarters.
And we also allow 1 timeout. You have 4 or 5 times where you can really coach the kids up and let them know what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong.
You leave saying, wow, they felt like real full-time lacrosse games.
I mean, I think that's such an important piece. When you go to an event and you get 1 stoppage for halftime and then it's running time, you really have no chance to communicate with the kids.
At all of our tournaments, we have a great sponsor in Epic Lacrosse.
They give us complete sticks for the winners of the championship, and then for other events, we get custom gloves.
For our national championship, we put out all tournament teams.
And they get custom chromed out Cascade helmets. In conjunction with LSN and NLV, we've been able to stream our national championship game.
Which is a really cool thing for a young kid to go home and watch his game right next to a college game or a pro game.
I also run a club, so I attend a lot of other events as well. And I've outlined some things I think are flaws and things that I think Millon Events does differently. But, you know, there are a lot of good events. I just feel like what we do, the experience is just next level.